Hasbro completed Micronauts animated series was completed in 2020, but has never been released. Creator Eric Rogers wants to know the series' status, as it remains unexplained. Micronauts' failure to air is something of a mystery, with production being fully complete on the series. Hasbro has completed 52 episodes of an animated series based on the popular toy line Micronauts but has never released it. Micronauts is a line of toys that were popular in the late 1970s and early 1980s. The storyline was fleshed out in a series of comics published by Marvel Comics, which took place in a dimension called the Microverse. In 2018, it was reported that Hasbro was developing a new Micronauts television series, but in the years since, the silence surrounding the series led many to forget it was even announced. Some assumed the series never went into development, but that was not the case. A recent prompt on the social media site X, formerly Twitter, asked fans what cancelled project they wish happened. Among the many responses was one from Eric Rogers, creator of the television show Angry Birds, Mysterious Island, and writer for television series like Futurama and Skylanders Academy. In his reply, Rogers revealed how he was the creator/executive producer/head writer on the animated Micronauts series that Hasbro has never released. He said all 52 episodes were produced after they finished the project in January 2020, but Hasbro has not given any word about the series since the series was developed. In a follow-up post, Rogers said all he wants now is to know what the status of the series is and if it was a tax write-off. The Micronauts television series was announced in 2018 and was likely intended to air around the same time as the planned live-action Micronauts movie that was in development at Paramount Pictures for years. This was a standard practice for Hasbro, who like to have an animated series to go along with a live-action film release, like Transformers, animated, airing 5 months after Transformers was released in theaters back in 2007. Progress seemed to have been made in 2019 when they hired How to Train Your Dragon director Dean Debois. By that point, the Micronauts animated series was a year into development. The Micronauts animated series became caught up in a series of corporate leadership changes. In 2020, Hasbro's animation division, AllSpark Animation, was shut down with Hasbro's acquisition of E1, meaning they would take over as Hasbro's new production arm and began development and distribution of Hasbro properties. Micronauts film has been put on the back burner, while Hasbro seems to have scrapped the television series rather than putting it out based on its own merit, yet this also raises a more pressing concern about the series being completed in January 2020, just before the COVID-19 pandemic caused many productions to cease for months. There was a spike in animated series ordered at this time, due to them being easier to produce remotely, and now fans know that Hasbro just had a completed Micronauts television series that various streaming services likely would have wanted to add to their library during the COVID-19 pandemic when they were looking for new content. Paramount Plus, in particular, could have benefited from having 52 episodes of a Micronauts television series to air on their streaming service, but for an unknown reason, they decided it was better to do nothing with it and make it a piece of lost media that now will go alongside Batgirl and the Alien vs. Predator anime that will likely never see the light of day.